Hi folks, welcome to our second video on Premiere Pro. Today we're going to talk about sequences. Sequence is a visual assembly of your audio and video clips that you'll arrange in any order you like within the timeline window. This is an empty timeline panel where our sequence will begin to take shape. Basically, a sequence is an individual video timeline. This means a single video is edited on a single sequence. Some of the more important properties in a sequence are their time base, frame size, aspect ratio, and sample rate. I have a Premiere project open. The only thing I really have populated here is my project window. I have a couple folders. There's a few different ways I can create a sequence. The absolute easiest way is twirl open your video, take the clip you're working with, grab it, drag it. Your timeline is populated with video tracks and audio tracks. Your size is set and your time base is set. And that will create the sequence for you. A second way you can do this is find the clip you want to create a sequence from, right-click, and do New Sequence from Clip. Your timeline is populated with video tracks and audio tracks. Your size is set and your time base is set. I'm going to click on my project window for a moment and I'm going to click my shortcut for full screen tilde. The tilde key is underneath your escape button in the top left part of your keyboard. In here I can see various properties including the video, the time base, this says 23.976, the length, and if I go down further, the size of the frame, 1920 by 1080, 48 kilohertz. So it is important to rename this icon. Click on the letters themselves and name it. I like versions. So as I'm working on this for the first time, I'm going to call this rough. And I'm going to give it a date, 5/27/2022. I'll then grab that sequence and I'll pull it into my sequence folder, sequence bin. Anytime I create a sequence, it's going to go into that bin. The easiest way to create a sequence is to drag an audio video clip into the timeline, but there's also a manual way to do this. Go up to File, New, Sequence. My recommendation is open up your first folder that says ARRI. Twirl open the 1080p and you have a variety of time codes that you can work with. Either go with 23976, 24 frames a second, or 2997. Click OK and you'll have a new sequence created. Once you've dragged an audio video clip into the timeline to create a sequence, you no longer need it. Go ahead and delete it. You'll edit your video by double-clicking it and loading it in your source window. Once it's in there, the letter I to set an in point, the letter O to set an out point, and the comma key. The comma key will then drop that into the timeline. Choose another video. You can scrub, hit the letter I, hit the letter O, hit the comma key, drop it in the timeline. Click another video, scrub, find where you want it to begin, hit the letter I, the letter O, hit the comma key. This is known as three-point editing, and the points can be done in a variety of ways. For right now, wherever I'm locked in at the timeline, that's 1 point. My other 2 points are created by setting an in point and an out point in my program window. But again, this can be done in a variety of ways. That gets you into sequences and some very basic editing.